Hey, shalom, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of My Take with Rosh Ya'acob. I am Rosh Ya'acob ben Abraham, your host for tonight. On this show, we look at different topics. Tonight is a continuation from Monday show, and it also is from the same vein and thoughts that we was going to be dealing with. I know y'all see some things in the description, but we're going to get into this. It's something spectacular happened tonight that threw me off. I know y'all like, you started late. Something spectacular happened tonight. That you guys are gonna love this one. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there like, this can't be happening. And I was searching and searching. I'm like, why didn't I because it was some good content. I'm like, why didn't I just I'm gonna let y'all see once we get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna see where we going. It's still gonna be an excellent show. I'm gonna change some things around later. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. How you doing, Akoti? How you feeling? I'm broadcasting on 3 platforms tonight, everybody. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, and of course, I'm on YouTube. So wherever you guys are seeing me at, I hope everything is clear. And I got some good news and some bad news. Got some good news and some bad news. So I'm just going to get to it first. Before I play our sponsor and get into it, I'm just going to get to the good news and the bad news. So, good news is we're here tonight. We're together. We're going to make this thing work, right? That's the good news, right? The bad news is, and this is the bad news, the show was supposed to be about me and my brother right here. And my brother name is Corey. Me and brother Corey Cambridge I felt like it was gonna be a sort of a little collab. He made this video about abolishing Black history, and I was like, okay, that's kind of different, you know. I pop on this joint. Let's talk about this, right? Because this was right in the same vein of the other things. In fact, it was his video that I really was wanted to focus on Monday, but I got so caught up with our other brother that I didn't even get to his video. But I said, you know what? His video thriving is going to be on, and we're going to deal with his video, and we're going to do this and that with his video. And then, when I went to hit the link for his video, something spectacular happened. Video unavailable. I was like, yo. I was like, first I said, did the brother block me? I mean, I've had this happen before. I know me do a reaction video, you know, and the people will be like, okay, you know, it's a reaction video, whatever. You know, but this never happened before. So I went to his page, because I said, did he block me? Because look, it looked like it's going to start. Nope. Psych. Let's try one more time. I said, psych up, boy. It's not going to start. So I said, what is going on here? Where the brother at? Like, it was a good video. He said he's put it up to spark conversation. I said, that's what I'm about. Let's have this conversation. You know what I mean? I said, let's have this conversation. And the video was gone. Matter of fact, I just found out the video was gone. So then I said, wow, this is going to ruin the show. But then I thought about it, I said, no, it's not going to ruin the show. Because I could tell y'all what the video was about. And I said, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe our brother changed his mind, right? That's what I was thinking. I said, you know what? Maybe our brother looked and he seen what was going on. He said he looked at my video Monday and subscribed, because I got a couple of new subscribers that subscribed from Monday's show. And man said maybe he looked at Monday's show. He said, you know what? This brother makes sense. I gotta take this video down. Because when he talk about this video, it's gonna be bad. I think that's really what happened. Because other than that, I don't understand why the video was gone. I went to his channel. He didn't block me because I still can see his channel. I can see all the other videos he got. But that one particular video is now private. That one particular video is gone. So I'm thinking, wow, this is what the show was supposed to be about. It was going to be centered around that one video. I had all kind of other videos to link in. And I'm just like, yo, this got me. Like, I'm hoping, I don't want to think the brother blocked it or hid it because he didn't want me to talk about it. So what I'm hoping is that the brother was like, you know what? I looked at his video Monday. I subscribed to his channel, as y'all should. Please, 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 like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Get the word out, get the word out, get the word out. That Torah learning is on the rise. That standing up for Torah is on the rise. Get the word out, get the word out, get the word out. So I said, wow. I wasn't even going to put his picture in the intro, and it kind of all threw me off. That really just threw me off. So let me let y'all see what I was going to do, right? So this is what I was going to do. You see behind me. Let me let y'all go back. So you see behind me and him, where you got it's like these people look like they're in a procession. That's because it comes from this famous picture, right? The funeral procession. And I was saying it because he was talking about Black history being abolished, Black history dying, the end of Black history. I said, wow, we have like a picture that represents Black artists and Black history type thing in the background, as if Black history, as if we at the funeral for Black history and we discussing on whether it should be abolished or not, right? That was my mindset behind it. I said we can look at it as if we're discussing whether it should be abolished. But this is the picture, and I'm gonna change the picture around for my cover page from that. I'm going to change it to represent what it originally, how it originally was going to look before I added him to it. I'm going to change it back to how it originally was going to look, with just the people in the background, as far as in a funeral procession talking about Black history. I'm just going to focus on that. So don't worry, we're going to still have a full show. I just wanted y'all to know, because I know many of y'all see him on that picture, and y'all gonna be like, where the brother at? I thought you was gonna have the brother on there, you got him all on the picture. And I just want to let y'all know that this is what happened. This is what happened to the brother. This is what happened to the brother. Let me refresh it again. Let me refresh it one more time. Video unavailable. This video is private. So he didn't delete the video. So I don't know if he just avoided the show because he knew what time the show was coming on, and he felt like, well, he's using a live video. Normally, I download video, so I don't even have to go through this. But I've been trying to do something different lately and just use live video. But this really makes me rethink that. This really makes me rethink that. All right, that's enough of me talking about that. I know y'all didn't come here to hear me harp on whether or not this was the case, but let me go back to the picture because I want to let y'all know about this painting. Now, for those y'all who don't remember, this was on the auction episode of the Cosby Show. It was a picture that was supposed to have been done, supposed to have been in, I believe, Clara Huxtable's family. I don't think it was Heathcliff. I think it was Clara Huxtable's family, and Heathcliff and her went to this auction so they could bid on it because it was a famous painting. And they talked about the artist, which is Ellis Woodson. And once they got the painting, they hung it over the mantle, and this painting hung over the mantle for the remaining of the 8-season series, which was powerful moment to have something like that happen. And I always remember this picture and the story they told behind it and how powerful it was. And the first thing I thought about when we was talking about dealing with the death of Black history was this picture dealing with this classic funeral procession coming from Cosby Show. So with that being said and done, I'm gonna go ahead and let our sponsor get their time in. Our sponsor, the Art of Clothing, let them get their time in, and from there we're gonna come back and start the revamped show. We're gonna start the revamped show. Don't worry, it's still gonna be good. It's still gonna be good. We're not gonna let that stop nothing. Like they say, one monkey don't stop no show. No pun intended, of course. I would never call out people nothing like that. But that's just, a saying that we used to say back in the day. All right, so here go our sponsor, the Art of Clothing. All right, everyone. So we're going to go ahead and get into our show for tonight. I want to thank the Art of Clothing for all that they do. Please support our brother Alex, and his venture as he goes on. And we're going to get into it. So, still going from the vein of what we were talking about on Monday, right? Where it's dealing with this death of Black history, right? Still dealing with that. So, in dealing with that, it was a lot of different things that was going on they wanted to talk about. And one of those things that I wanted to discuss was the stuff that's happening with this DEI. Now, remember we talked about Monday with DEI. DEI has been pushed to be something about Black people. That's how it's been pushed. Oh, it's the Black issue. DEI, Black people. But when you look at it, DEI don't got nothing to do with Black people. So even though it's been pushed as this thing dealing with Black people, it has nothing to do with Black people for the most part, which is crazy. Now you might be thinking, come on, but I want y'all to see something. Because as they talk about DEI, they keep coming at it like they're attacking Black people. All right, so let's check this out. All right, so we're going to look at this page right here. This is talking about the Education Department workers on leave following Trump anti-DEI order. Now, what I like about this page is it's going to read the article for us so we can go through the article and pause and all that good stuff. And y'all don't got to just keep hearing me talk.
More than 50 senior-level employees with the U.S. Department of Education have been placed on paid administrative leave following President Donald Trump's effort to rid the federal workforce of employees associated with diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
All right, so President Trump wants to get rid of employees that he wants to get rid of federal workforce employees as associated with diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Right? So off the break, when we hear this, the first thing we think is dealing with Black issues. But we got to remember, and for those of y'all who want to go back and look at Monday's show, you'll see our sister Silver Bullet on there. And Silver Bullet is on there, and she's breaking down how DEI mainly supported. The number one recipients of DEI were white women. Keep this in mind. White women was the number one recipients. Hispanic Americans, number 2. Asian Americans, number 3. Number 4 was Native Americans. Number 5 was Americans with disabilities. Number 6 was veterans. Number 7 was LGBTQ. And number 8, the last on the list, was us. But yet we are the poster child for it. So when people see it, they automatically just think about us. Just want y'all to keep that in mind.
Sources say the Education Department sent letters to employees informing them that their email accounts were being suspended, but ensured workers they would continue to receive their paychecks for an indefinite period. The union representing the workers impacted claims some of those affected have served the department for decades. Related story: presidential shift.
All right, so that's crazy, right? But wait, there's more. So I just want you to get there. I want us to get there where this is going, because that was the idea that our brother was coming at in the video that he made private. So we couldn't discuss it, but we still going to discuss it proxy. That was the main point that he had in the video, where he was trying to talk about his DEI stuff and how, you know, Black people just needed a month so they could feel good about themselves. They just needed a month to feel good about themselves, right? So I'm thinking, that's not true. That's not even how it came about. So then I said, well, maybe we should go and look at and see, how did Black History Month come about in the first place? Now, Black History Month in the first place came about through this guy who made this book called The Miseducation of the Negro. Now, The Miseducation of the Negro was a book made by Carter G. Woodson. It's from the early 1900s. He made this work called Miseducation of the Negro. And we're going to find out a little about Carter G. Woodson, because I'm thinking before we can really understand Black history and what it's all about, we got to understand where it came from and what its origins were. So we're going to go ahead and get into that real quick. Let me open up this. All right. All right, this is from El Tigre Negro, right? Tigre Negro. And this is a video from that brother. I got his link in the description if you want to learn more about him, see more videos that he put up. And we want to get into this one. This is what we started off with, and well, ended off with on Monday's show. So we want to start back where we left off.
Through African Americans and accumulated a collection of thousands of artifacts.
All right, so let's revamp it.
Carter G. Woodson devoted his life to historical research. He worked to preserve the history of African Americans and accumulated a collection of thousands of artifacts and publications. He noted that African American contributions, quote, were overlooked, ignored, and even suppressed by the writers of history books and the teachers who used them.
Now, what the brother and other people were saying was, hey, we gotta have, when we look at Black history, it's American history. And why Black people want about this history, they want to feel good about themselves and so forth and so on. And I'm like, no, that wasn't the case. When people say that about American history, what they don't realize is that the teachers of American history was not teaching Black people any contribution that Black people did at all. They was saying nothing about what the Black people did. Their main focus was white America and what white people did. No focus was on Black people and what Black people did. None. So Carter G. Woodson decided, you know what? We got to make this focus. We got to look at this. And this is what he's going to do. This is what we're going to see him doing.
Racism is merely the logical result of tradition, the inevitable outcome of thorough instruction to the effect that the Negro has never contributed anything to the progress of mankind.
Yeah, so that was the whole point. You know, and we're going to look at a little bit from Dr. John Henry Clark, because he said the same thing. You know, not in that video, but in other works of his. He said what made him get interested in history in the first place, because he was trying to find some stuff out about the history, and he was told, y'all don't got no history. Y'all don't got no history worth nobody wanting to learn about. And he said, that can't be the case. Don't got no history nobody want to learn about. Right? And it was like, no, you know, that can't be the case. From that moment on, that's where, you know, he began his love for history of our people, right? But we got to remember, when we talked about killing or getting rid of Black history, you know, that's getting rid of our achievements and stuff that we did. It's getting rid of our knowledge of self. We already been regulated to a color. We already had our origin and everything stolen from us. Right? That already happened. Now we're going to just let it go even more. So that's what's taking place.
Unquote. On February 1st, 1926, Woodson pioneered the celebration of Negro History Week. The idea of a Negro History Week was a popular one, and parades, breakfasts, speeches, lectures, poetry readings, banquets, and exhibits were held to honor it. The Black United Students and Black educators at Kent State University expanded this idea to include an entire month beginning on February 1st, 1970.
Now, I'm going to show us another video that talked about this as well, because this was a little more in depth. Our brother Tigre Negro did his thing, right? But and he brought out some interesting things, and his other video does as well, right? But his whole thing, what he's saying is, notice, it was students at Kent University that started Black History Month. Now, what you're going to see in the other video, they're going to talk about the president that signed it into law to be a month in 1976. But in 1970, the students at Kent University had already did that. All this guy did was came behind them and added to what they did. But they had already did it.
Since 1976, the USA has designated February as Black History Month.
Yeah, so in 1976, it was designated as Black History Month by the U.S. But we wasn't saying, as the brother was saying, maybe the brother knew I was going to go thorough. He must have seen my other video, said this brother going to go thorough. I got to take this joint down. But and he was saying, we was like, give us a month, give us something. We just need something. And this, that, and the other. No. Black people themselves started celebrating this. It wasn't recognized by America till 6 years after black people had already started making a Black History Month. Then America stepped on, just like with the food program with WIC and any other idea that black people came up. Black Panthers came up with WIC. Black Panther came up with the food program to feed the children in the morning, breakfast. Black Panthers came up with the idea of the free clinics, all that stuff in the community. The government got involved and took over later and started doing it. But that was after the fact. The Black Panthers had already established it. So it's the same way with Black History Month. These kids at this university already established it as a month. Now, maybe they talked, or maybe some kind of way people talked to the president in 1976 for him to get it passed in law, that Black History Month was a law. You know, where people can celebrate Black History Month, February is going to be that month or whatever. Maybe that's what happened. We don't know. But we see where this idea came from. This idea wasn't just because we want to recognize black people and we just want to make people feel good about themselves and include people. It wasn't about inclusion. This is about recognition for our achievements that we did. Now, you might think, what achievements? Okay, we're going to get to that part. We're going to get to that part. I got a spicy show for you. We're going to get to that part. All right. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to show parts of the other video. And we're going to go there. So let me see. I never used this one before. Let me see if I can use this one. Oh yeah, I can use this one. Let's see how it looks. You know what? Let me see something. All right, let's see how this works.
In 1915, an African-American historian named Carter G. Woodson.
All right, so look at this one. This comes from Learn Bright. Learn Bright put this video together for the children. I want y'all to see how they did this with this video. This video coming from Learn Bright. And I'm going to switch it up to this other one. That one's good, but I want to try it on this one. Let me see how this. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I'm going to keep it on this one. All right, let's go.
Made it his mission to begin to document Black history.
Now, remember that miseducation of the Negro, right? He wanted to document Black history because he felt like by us not being included, and then not even being taught in the schools was a problem.
Born in 1875 to formerly enslaved parents, Woodson graduated from Harvard University with a doctorate degree in history. He eventually became a faculty member at Howard University.
Now, this was before DEI. This was in the early 1900s. This was before civil rights and all this other stuff for y'all. was no such thing as DEI. No such thing. Not at this time. DEI came into play when they seen black people accomplish stuff and other people wanted to get in off our coattails. That's where they came up with that term DEI.
While there, he was banned from attending annual conferences held by the American Historical Association because he was black. He realized that the mostly white Historical Association had no interest in giving black people credit for advances in science, technology, education, engineering, and other fields. Woodson wrote, "You must give your own story to the world."
Now, this was his point of the black history and all that other stuff. His whole point was giving your own story to the world. In other words, you tell your own story. Don't wait for somebody else to tell the story for you. That's why I said when a brother was talking about we was wanting people to tell us we good and tell us stuff to make us feel good about ourselves. I'm like, nah, brother, you missing the point. That is not what Black History Month was about. Black History Month was about us telling our own stories, letting each other know what was going on. This is what Black History Month came from. This is what it was about. It was about knowing your past so that you can help further your future.
And that is what he tried to do. In 1926, Woodson started the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, declaring the second week in February as Negro History Week.
Now, he chose February. And he didn't choose February again for what we thought, because it's the shortest month. And like the brother was saying in the video, it's the shortest month. And this, that, and the other. I think the brother, hopefully the brother learned from me this. Let me stop. I got to stop. I'm really upset about that because I wanted to use that video. I got to get past it, people. All right, let me get past it.
Here is an interesting fact. The association chose the second week of February because of two very important people's birthdays.
See, these two important people's birthdays, Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, birthdays is in the second week of February. That's why they chose the second week of February to be Black History Week.
Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. Why these two?
Why?
Well, they both were instrumental in the abolishment or ending of enslavement in the United States.
So it was because they both was instrumental in getting rid of abolishment of slavery in the U.S. So that's why they chose this time. So it ain't had nothing to do with, it's the shortest month in a year. That's why they did it. Hey, shalom, 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 Baki. Good to see you all here. Appreciate you. But they didn't do it because of that. They did it because Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln birthday was in the second week of February. So that's why he had it in there. And then students from Kent University or Kent College, they are the ones that had it as Black History Month first. And we're going to see that. Now, matter of fact, they're not going to talk about that. But now they're about to talk about Frederick Douglass a little bit.
In the early 1800s, Douglass was born enslaved, but escaped to New York City in 1838. He became an abolitionist, meaning he wanted to end the practice of enslavement. He met with Abraham Lincoln many times and may have influenced Lincoln's ideas about enslavement.
We know about Abraham Lincoln. We always will believe in some love somewhere. Maybe. It's hard when you know the truth and you know about the stuff that Abraham Lincoln actually said out his mouth. Let's keep it moving, though.
In 1863, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed all enslaved people.
He did do that.
50
He
years
did that.
later, in
Now, they went to 50 years later in 1976 talking about Gerald Ford, the 38th president. But we got to remember, before this, 6 years before this, in 1970, from what we seen from our brother Tigre Negro's report, students at Kent University already made it Black History Month. It just wasn't recognized across the country till this happened. So again, going against what the brother was saying, it had nothing to do with Black people giving Black people a bone for this, that, and the other. This was stuff that was happening regardless. And we know how our movements are, just like with hip-hop. Hip-hop started off in the street with just people doing it, and now it's everywhere. Started off in the street. People just throwing parties, just doing it. Now it's everywhere. So we wouldn't have needed them to acknowledge it for Black people that did it. But this way, you can control it. Once we institutionalize it, now we can control it, and we can control what you learn. We can control what you learn, how you learn it, and all that. Exactly, Aki. I was trying, I know some people over here love Lincoln. I was trying not to hurt their feelings, but you are on point about that. It was all because the South said they was going to secede the Union. So he had to take away that power, and the power was in the people that they had captured down there, our ancestors. So to make them lose their power, he went and forcefully freed our ancestors from them. That's what that started off as. But of course, they want to romanticize it. As I said, this video was originally made for children. So that's why they did it in that way, because they trying to explain it, as you can see. But I like the information again. That's why I used it anyway. But it originally was made for children.
1976, President Gerald Ford proclaimed that this week-long celebration of African American history be expanded to a month.
Now again, it was already expanded to a month from a week in 1970. What they might have feared was, hold up, they started off with a week. Then these students said a week not enough. We're going to do a month. What if the students would have kept going? What if it had been, oh no, we're not just going to do a month, we're going to do 2 months. Oh no, we're not just going to do 2 months, we're going to do 6 months. You know, we're going to teach it for the whole year. Imagine that. So the hope that, hey, let's get in front of this and we're going to give them this month. And then everybody say, well, it's official, it's a month, and then you will leave it alone. I don't know. And now we can control the narrative, because we can say the first Black person to do this, first Black person to do it. We can make sure you know that your history started off as you being slaves. Gotta make sure you know that. Your history started out with you being a slave. But we're going to see a brother that's going to bring it up and let us know that that's not where the history came at. It said he sacrificed Negroes in order to cut the losses of white soldiers. Go ahead, Aki. You kicking that knowledge, Aki. Go ahead, Aki. You bringing my show back to life. If you go back and you look at the beginning, you see one brother trying to take the life out the show. But you bringing it back to life, Aki. I appreciate that. Keep kicking that knowledge, Aki. Keep the life going. Let's just keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. But I just want y'all to think about that. Why was it so important 6 years after college students already started keeping it as a month for the government to jump in and make it a month? Because now we can control the narrative. I remember that narrative. When I was in school, they used to show us roots and talk to us about how we were slaves, and they would just go on and on about slavery and slavery days, and we would be hot. I'll be in that classroom mad and upset and just angry, and I said, I hate learning this, right? But that's when they was in control of the narrative. But what Carter G. Woodson said, Carter G. Woodson said, we got to control the narrative. Once they turn it into a month, they begin to control the narrative. Now it's in the curriculum. We tell you what you want to teach, what you not want to teach, this, then, the other. Now it's to the point where they done took something that started as a way for us to acknowledge, to have it acknowledged about what we was doing, because other people was keeping it secret and hidden. They took it, said, you know what? Now we're going to teach it our way. I'm going to teach it our way. That's not what it was meant for. He said we got to tell our own story. All right. To the next part. Let's see. I want to go to something else because I don't want to spend too much time. Let me go to our next video. Now, this got me because this sister made this dealing with the whole idea of DEI and how they try to hype us up to go out and fight for this and boycott and this, that, and the other. When you look at who benefits from DEI, we are the last on the list. But again, like you just said, Aki, we the sacrificial lamb. We got to go out there and put our necks on the line, and we got to do the footwork so other people can get the comfortabilities back that was lost. And they got us so ingrained that we think it was really about us, but it ain't got nothing to do with us. So, but you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this, sister, for another time. Because I don't want her video to take us out of where we are. I'm going to go to Dr. John Henrik Clark so we can keep on this vein that we're in right now, dealing with learning about Black history. I don't want to focus on that DEI stuff because we know that DEI stuff don't got nothing to do with us. Matter of fact, you know what? No. I'm gonna let this sister say what she gotta say. I'm gonna let this sister say what she gotta say. Hold on, sis. I'm gonna let you get it out, sis. I ain't gonna stop you, sis. I was gonna stop you at first. I'm not even gonna stop you, sis. You said we was bamboozled. Yes, I keep bamboozled. Run amok. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Watch how Coty break this down. And this sister right here, I want y'all to get her name. I got her in here. This is our sister Chelsea. And she goes by the name Chelsea in HD. And I got her information in the description of the video if you want to follow her on TikTok. And this is her TikTok video. This is Chelsea.
They be like, Black people, what are you going to do when he comes for you? Don't you know that you're next? And we be like, actually, we were first. We are living in dark times. What are you going to do? What we always done. Take scraps and make chicken wings.
That's what he saying. They talking about black people, what you gonna do? He coming for you next. What are you talking about? Oh, he trying to get us worked up. Oh my goodness. I like how you said, but what we always do, get the scraps. We get out there and run around, and what we do, we get scraps. Here you go, black people. Thank you. Thank you for running around for us.
They give us pig intestines, we make them into chitlins.
And that's crazy. That's crazy.
We took corn and made cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
We took peanuts and made butter. We sang through the darkness. We made genre after genre after genre of music. Everything we touched.
You can't hear? And I can't turn her up. Let me see. Oh, yes, I can turn her up. Let me rewind her back. I'll make sure y'all can hear.
Black people, what are you going to do?
Can you hear better now, Aki? Turned it up a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, I can. Let me see.
They be like, black people, what are you going to do when he comes for you? Don't you know that you're next? And we be like, actually, we were first. We are living in dark times. What are you? They be like, black people.
Well, if y'all can't hear, I'm not going to waste your time trying to get y'all to hear our system. Check our video out. I got the information in the chat because I can hear it clear, but if y'all can't hear her, let's see what you want to say. Was you able to hear better? But I'm gonna click it so you can see if you can hear it.
What are you gonna do when he comes?
Hey, Torah, appreciate that. Torah, hallelujah. Oh, you can hear it now, Aki? Okay. All right, so I'm going to rewind. It says, this sister makes a good point because they always try to get us hyped about saying, oh, black people, what you going to do? Black people, black people, black people. It's like, what are you talking about? We already dealt with all this stuff. What do you mean? What we going to do? So check it out.
They be like, black people, what are you going to do when he comes for you? Don't you know that you're next? And we be like, actually, we were first. We are living in dark times. What are you going to do? What we always done. Take scraps and make chicken wings. They give us pig intestines. We make them into chitlins. We took corn and made cornbread. We took peanuts and made butter.
And she just breaking down the struggle. Like, we know how to make it through the struggle. It's not nothing new for us. The Almighty protect us. The Almighty keep us going through. We done, and all the stuff y'all done did, we still here. We're still here.
We sang through the darkness.
Sang through the darkness. Go ahead, sis.
After genre
Yes.
of music. Everything we touch is hot. Everything we touch turns into gold.
Go ahead.
We literally built it from the ground up. And here we are, still standing.
Excellent. Here we are still standing. Now, this goes back to the verse I showed y'all. Now I'm going to go into this verse I showed y'all. Then I'm going to go to our brother, John Henry Clark. I just want y'all to hear a little bit of what he got to say before we get to that point to close out. But I'm going to go to this verse for y'all real quick. Let me go to Bible Hub and go to this verse for y'all real quick. I think it was in Genesis. Genesis 17. Hold on, let me let y'all see what I'm looking at. Let me see. Yeah, we still standing, Aki. Still standing. Let me let y'all see what I'm looking at. So I'm on Bible Hub. I got that problem fixed with Bible Hub kept going off. I had to fix that. I'm like, okay, every time Bible Hub is something I use, I can't go to Bible Hub and it keep popping up an alert. Let me see. Was dealing with Abraham. I don't think it's this one. I'm gonna think it's in might be in 19. No, it's not that far. It should be 18 then. Oh, you know what? I think I went too far. Here we go. Here we go. This is what happened when you're working off the fly. But I want y'all to see something. Hold on. I want to find it exactly. I was way off, people. Wait, y'all see, I was way off. It's actually a better sheet or Genesis 22. So let's go back to Bible Hub. That was the 22nd chapter. I was way off. So here we go. Look at what it says in verse 18. I want y'all to get verse 18. It says, and in thy seed, all the nations of the earth, all the nations of earth be blessed because you have obeyed my voice. He's telling Abraham, because you obeyed my voice, Abraham, your seed, all the nations of earth are going to be blessed from your seed because you. So I want y'all to think about this. Think about all the stuff Akoti said. She ran off a whole list of all this stuff that was done that people are blessed from based off of us. People are blessed off this stuff based off of us, right? They sit back and make it like we ain't do nothing. So I'm gonna show y'all this. I was gonna go to Dr. Henry Clark, but I'm gonna show you this first. I want y'all to see what I mean by how all the nations are blessed from us. That was this video I found on Facebook, and I was like, wow, this is deep. I want y'all to see this. And this video that I found on Facebook is coming from King Move Factoids. King Moves Factoids. And it's coming from them. I got it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. But let's check it out together. Now we want to see the white guys going to be making fun of black people and black people's significance and what they did and their contribution. The brother is going to be like, going to have to put him in his place and show him that he don't know what he's talking about. So let's check it out. Oh, hold on, let's mute it. Hold on, let me unmute it.
Oh, please. What have black people invented that is so important that we can't live without it today? Like what? Peanut butter? Peanut butter jelly time.
Hey, look, he all coy, peanut butter, jelly time. He having a good old time, right? But this, again, is, of course, when you don't know your history. So, when you don't know your history, people can make fun of you. That's why I said when a brother had the video talking about abolished Black history that I'm glad he made private. I don't know if he just made it private, so I can't see it. I got the description in the link, and the link, and I got the link in the description so y'all can go and look at the video for yourselves so y'all can see it. I don't know if he made it private, so I can't see it, or it's private in general. But he didn't block me because I went on his site. But this is what I'm talking about. If you don't know your history, then you can have people like this making fun of you, clowning you, trying to make it like you ain't do nothing. Black people ain't do nothing. He. This is how he doing it. Watch what he said. Watch this. And the brother, you see the brother annoyed because the brother know. But he gonna sit there because he don't know. And he felt like Black people ain't do nothing. So watch this.
Where he at? Yeah.
That's cute. Look, I bet you cash money that you cannot spend a day without using Black information. Here we go.
So he said, I bet you cash money that you can't spend a day without using anything that Black people made. And look at the little smirk on his face like, yeah, whatever, right.
I put money on it, fam.
Really?
Sorry, but I can't let you have this one.
No.
And use the light bulb.
No. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Everybody knows that.
Say that. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Everybody knows that. All right, give him a break it down for him. Break it down for him.
See, that's what the white man wants you to think. But that's not true. Thomas Edison may have invented the light bulb, but it wouldn't have worked without the filament in the light bulb, which was invented by Lewis Latimer. You want to guess what his race is? Let me hear it right here.
Do I have to?
Yes.
A black.
A black man! That's right. I'm gonna take this with me. Say bye-bye. Come on. The elevator. Alexander Miles.
Can't use the elevator. Alexander Miles made it, but a black man.
Guess what he is? A black man. That's right. Go take the stairs. No. Take the stairs like my ancestors had to. Oh, no. Skirt. Take the one down the hallway. That's right. Walk it out. You need to exercise. 1, 2.
I don't care what anybody says about Donald Trump's tan, all right? Well, Cheeto is a great color. Why doesn't anybody listen? I don't know.
Thank you. What? Henry T. Sampson invented the cell phone.
Henry
black
T.
man.
Sampson.
No
made
way
the
that's
cell
true.
phone.
Google it. Right, you can't, because ain't no cell phone.
Got him.
Come on, I need to do business on that. Can I have it back, please?
No, you can't do business
Oh,
on
you gotta
that.
do business. Important
Yes.
business. Oh, well, my ancestors, they wanted their freedom. Could they have that? No. I don't think so. Enjoy your day. see, the egg beater was invented by Willis Johnson. A black man. Go make yourself something else.
Watch this. Watch this.
Jeez. Hey there. Cooking?
You can't cook on the stove.
My God.
A black man made the
You can tell me that a
stove.
black guy invented adobo.
But you want to know who invented the stove? T.A. Warren. A black man. I suggest you get some takeout.
Fine. Just find something else to eat.
What's this? What's this? Can't use the refrigerator. Guess who made the refrigerator?
Looking for some food.
Okay. Well, you're not going to get food from here. Because this is a refrigerator. Guess who invented that?
A black man.
John Standard. A black man. I suggest you find something else to eat, buddy.
Sorry,
fine.
buddy.
Want to grab me some bread? Make myself a sandwich then.
Oh, you making a sandwich?
Yeah.
What type of sandwich?
Peanut butter and All right, I see where this is going.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day.
Watch this. He know he's gonna eat them chips. Watch this. Watch this. He gonna eat them chips.
A potato chip. George L. Crumb.
A black man.
Alfred L. Crail invented the ice cream scoop. That's what he is. A black man.
Black man.
Well, let's try and fish that out.
How's this? Oh, you gonna use the dryer? Nope.
What you thought this was? J. Ross Moore invented the dryer. A black man.
How am I supposed to dry my...
Well, maybe you should use a clothesline and air dryer, like my ancestors did.
Oh.
What's this?
Sorry, I can't let you do that. Some guy gave me $40 and told me to stop you from using anything made by a black man.
Jesus, what am I supposed to use now? You gonna tell me that a black man invented the number 2 pencil?
No, but the pencil sharpener was made by John Lee Love. A black man. Sorry, he specifically told me to do that.
All right. This is getting way out of hand. This is my only pencil, and I have to finish this paper, okay?
He told me you were going to say that, so he wanted me to read this to you. Oh, boo-hoo. You think my ancestors had an extra pencil when they taught themselves how to read and write. Sorry, the improved fountain pen was made by William Purvis, a black man.
Are you kidding me?
No, she's not kidding you.
No?
What's this?
Oops. Good luck driving without a traffic light. What? Gary P. Morgan invented the traffic.
Morgan made the
You wanna guess
traffic
what he
light.
is?
Oh, let me get the
Black man.
No, I am so sick of this. No, I can't wash my clothes. I can't cook. I can't take the elevator. What do you expect me to do? Black people did not invent everything.
Yeah, we did.
Oh man.
Come on.
I'm gonna let y'all watch
There,
the.
buddy. You got.
I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest of the video on your own. I got it in the description. But I love the fact of that because what they did was they showed you and show others, especially when I wanted to use it to show the brother when he said, "Oh, just for black people to do that." No, if it wasn't for the adventures and the different things that black people did, life would be very, very different. And this is people that's under bondage. Think about this. The world is benefiting from things that people under bondage made. By you, the nations, by your seed, Abraham, the nations of the world will be blessed. The world is being blessed by inventions that people who are enslaved, that people who was downtrodden, that people who was told you was nothing, made. Like, what is happening right now? Well, I said they always try to regulate our history to be, oh, you just was enslaved and that was the end of your history. That's the end of this. And that's all you got to show and this, that, and the other, right? And I'm like, no, it was more to us than just that. It was more to us than just that. Now, this is a video with Dr. John Henry Clark. I'm going to touch on it a little bit, mainly because I huffed and puffed in depression because the brother took his video down because he didn't want me to be able to use it for you guys for whatever reason. But I'm still talking about what was on the video, and we still going to go forward. So I'm going to show this part from Dr. John Henry Clark, and then we're going to go there. Great men of color.
The subject of black history is in dispute in some quarters. A man named J.A. Rogers, who was laughed at 20, 30 years ago, not taken seriously at all, is being taken very seriously these days. A new book called Great Black Men of Color has been edited by our guest tonight, Professor John Henry Clark. Professor Clark, there are some rather startling, to put it mildly, revelations made in the book about certain presumed facts of history that I'm certain will not stick with the general white historical community.
Now, y'all who don't know J.A. Rogers, I'll tell you, get his information, get his books. I think it's 100 Facts About Blacks and all this stuff. And he shows you inventions and other things that black people did in different historical accounts. And not just starting here with slavery, but going beyond that. And that's what inspired Dr. John Henry Clark to do the stuff he did, because, like I said earlier, he was told that black people didn't have no history, right? But one of our greatest histories, this is one of our greatest histories, right? This is what I want us to see, right? One of our greatest histories is the Torah. You know, the Torah was our greatest history book. And we taught that that's just a book of belief. But once you understand that it's a historical account, that changes everything. So you got this brother, you got Dr. Ben Yachanan, We the Black Jews, right? He wrote that great book. You got Dr. Windsor, who wrote the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, which chronicles historically stuff that happened with us and black people. Like, the stuff is out there. The stuff is out there. So I'm just going to let us hear a little bit of Dr. Clark, and then we're going to close it out. And again, I got this video in full. If you want to check it out, the video is actually a half hour long, so we wasn't going to be able to look at the whole video at all. It's a half hour long. But I'm going to let y'all look at a little bit of it, and I got it in the description for you to look at the rest.
Well, I'll tell you, it became almost necessary for the Europeans to whiten up a part of black history when they began to take over the world in the 15th and the 16th century. And what Rogers has done is gone back and taken a whole lot of the white away and showed you the original black faces of certain people in history. In this 2-volume work, World's Great Men of Color, Volume 1 is devoted to the Old World, and Volume 2 is devoted to the New World. The first thing he does is to put Egypt in proper context and to show Egypt and the great personalities of ancient Egypt as black people. And
now, why is it important to show Egypt in its proper context as black people? Because that changes the whole biblical idea that we see, that a lot of people are brainwashed with. Because if the Egyptians was black, which they were, the original Egyptians was black, then that would mean that the Israelites had to be black too. Moses had to be black, because our Pharaoh thought Moses was a child of his or a grandchild of his if he's white. If he looked like Charleston Heston and Pharaoh looked like Yul Brenner, then we can buy that story. But if the Pharaoh looked like Idris Elba, we're not going to buy that Moses look like Charleston Heston. It's just not going to buy that. It's just not going to happen. So history is very, very important. I hope these videos did his job to try to get you to see why we can't get rid of our history, why we gotta hold true to history, why our history don't have nothing to do with DEI or any of that other stuff. But it's us doing what we gotta do no matter what, and we just retelling the story so we can know. And then no matter what, even if they call themselves saying, well, we canceling Black History Month, that's not gonna stop us from doing what we're gonna do on Black History Month. Maybe they take away little funds here and there, but okay, we still gonna teach our history to our people. But maybe it'll put some fire on us to teach it all year round, and to spite them saying no, we don't want to learn it at all. But it's going to get taught. So I got a fiery artist of the week. My homeboy, met this brother last year when I started doing this, and I talked to him and I said, hey brother, I want to use your video. And this was one of the first videos I used, so y'all gonna see it look kind of different than the other ones that was up there. I said, hey brother, I want to use your video. And he said, sure, you can use it. And, you know, he was real happy that I used it. And I've been talking to this brother ever since. His name is Emmanuel, the singer. And he has this song with this brother called Hiram Abiff. And it's called Them Your Enemy. And I got his stuff in the links as well. So I'm going to play our artist of the week, and then we're going to close out. So this is our brother Emmanuel, the singer. Are you talking about Dr. Henry Clark? I'm not sure what you talking about, Akoti. But yeah, we gotta get our historical stuff. So I agree with you. Now I don't know about his story being tainted. I don't know about that, but I do agree with you that we should get our history from historical works and books and so forth and so on. And also, our greatest historical work we read all the time and we don't even realize it. It's the Torah. It's the Bible. It's one of our greatest historical works. You said no Black history stories. Yeah. We gotta take our Black history. We gotta go back. Really look at the different things and different dynamics around all of that stuff. To break down different things. So I definitely agree with you as far as the Black history stories. You know, that's why I say Torah is our first main important one. And then you get works like From Babylon to Timbuktu, the Dry Bones, Hebrewism of West Africa, Destruction of Black Civilization, the J.A. Rogers work that Dr. John Henry Clark is on here on this show. He's talking about how he edited the book, did different things with that. So there's a lot of different things we got, but again, like you said, we got to tell our own stories. We got to tell our own stories. We can't expect other people to just tell us stories for us. You know, that's when people can threaten you and can say, well, we're going to get rid of it. And then you just like, oh man, what we going to do now? Like I said on the last video, when Morgan Freeman was talking to Mike Wallace, he asked him about when is White People History Month. Mike Wallace was like, I'm not white, I'm Jewish. And he said, oh, okay, well, where's Jewish History Month? He said, well, would you want a Jewish History Month? And he said, no. And I was like, what you got to understand, in Judaism, they got the day school. The day school is all year round. All year round. The children are learning about who they are. Oh, Torah, I appreciate that. Torah, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I don't want to keep y'all longer than I normally do. So I'm going to go ahead and play our brother, Manuel, the singer. And if there's anything else that is to be discussed, I will take that and bring that for next week when we have our next questions and answers. So with that being said and done, is our brother, artist of the week, Manuel Singer.
I'm not a regular entertainer. I wanna live our sisters better. This is a message for our sisters better. Sister, brother, a sister, brother. Listen. Our teachers missing, that's it, suffering and crying, dying, weighing on my mind. Now you may ask me how I'm feeling. When I'm tired of that lying and my people keep on buying and the palatry. We buy a mass media. I'm not a regular entertainer. I wanna live our sisters better. This is a message for our sisters better. Sister, brother, a sister, brother. Stop listening to them devil. Don't give your money to them devil. Them devil. Them a devil. Separate from them devil. Stop socializing with them devil. Just come home from them devil. Them a devil.
Just one united team, a rough man, a Rahim. The American dream is a nightmare, Kareem. Break away clean from Shaitan and Rajim. Turn the turntables, are sewn in our own labels. Killer nigga lyrics #1 in the charts. The battle's always been for our minds and our hearts. They're at the top of every single industry. Lost souls, sold, implode, be bold, stay on code. Unite the
Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, I'm sitting there doing all that talking. Total about, I'm doing all that talking. Yeah, the brother name is Emmanuel, the singer. Like I said, all his information is in the description. So when you go to YouTube and you see the video, just click on the description. All his information is in the description. The link for his YouTube is and his Facebook and all that stuff. Like I said, brother, we've been talking for a while as far as just collabing on different things. He's one of the first brothers that let me use his music on my show, and I was real grateful for that. And you know, he always, whenever he come up with something new, he'd send it to me and say, "Hey, what you think about this?" And then if I like it, I will put it on the show. There's always bangers. And so hopefully the brother's still doing his thing. Like I said, I haven't heard nothing from him in a while. But yeah, the link to the video, if you want to see the full video, is in the description. Yep. So again, I appreciate you all. And I will see y'all on tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with relationship. Again, remember, tomorrow I'm only on YouTube, so I'm not going to be on all 3 platforms. Tomorrow and Friday, just on YouTube. So tomorrow's Rules of Engagement. Thursdays, and then, of course, Friday is Torah Portion Friday. So I appreciate you all again. Thank you, everyone, for vibing with me. And I bid you all Layla Tov and Shalom.
Shema Yisrael.